You've been warned. This is called My Favorite Things. I was walking down Lexington Avenue the other day when a movie star spotted me. She was holding hands with a little man in a gray suit. He had a limp and carried an expensive umbrella. She was a beauty. She looked just like she looked on screen. The mole, thin nose, big teeth. "Hey," she yelled. "Hey, are you?" "Uh-huh," I said. "Really?" "Last I checked." "That's amazing." "Not really." "But you're you." "That I am." "How about a drink?" she asked. Damn straight. She took my arm and we went into the bar on the corner. The little man hobbled behind. We sat near a window facing the street and he took a place between us. When the waiter came over, he ordered 3 tequilas. "You drink that stuff?" she said. "You do now," said the little man. "Who are you?" I asked. "Sally," said the actress. "He's Sally?" "I am, silly." "I know that, but who's he?" "ADELPHI," the man said, straightening his tie. You're supposed to do this thing before a story where you give people background information about who the fuck this guy is, but it's a lot more fun when you don't know. "He's been dead for decades." "Doesn't he look slick though?" Sally grinned. Grinned? Grieved. I should write that down. "Slick as a whistle," I said, taking her hand. Her skin was pale and cool, our fingers interlocked, and the little man winced. When the drinks came, we raised our glasses. Sally toasted the apartment she'd just bought. She discovered 2 things there this morning: a mouse and a dream she'd almost forgotten. "Which dream was it?" I asked. "The one where a little man follows me around," she said. I toasted Mr. Monjou. "Loved you in Hi Diddle Diddle," I said. "I don't recall." "The one where the wallpaper comes to life." "Not my best performance," he said. "Is he your boyfriend?" I asked Sally. "Who, him?" "The man in the dream." "Husband now," she said. "You 2 are married?" "For now," Monjou said. "And then?" "Then is later," he sighed. "A lot of people say that." "No one says that," Sally laughed. We finished our drinks and reminisced as we walked downtown. It was mid-afternoon. A cool spring breeze blew up the avenue. A businessman shared a bag of nuts with some squirrels on a bench. Children played with insects in the grass. It was amazing how similar people's lives were. Kid dreams, teenage dreams, middle age, the old dreams, and always, always, always something big about to happen. "What do you think it'll be?" I asked Sally. "It's hard to know until it happens," she said. "So you just wait?" I asked. "Yes, maybe look around." "Jesus, it's no big deal." "I thought it was," I said. "To you." "And you?" "Nope." She turned back to Monjou, who tagged along 10 feet behind. "Where are we going, hon?" she asked. "Shopping," he said. "For what?" "Your favorite things." "Yeah, but I already have those." "You can always use more," he said. A young girl ran up to Sally for an autograph. She signed the little book and we turned east on 72nd Street. She told me more about herself and a little about me. She understood people better than I would have thought. She said I drank too much. I needed to sleep and get exercise. My dog was not my best friend. My family liked me less than they let on. I owed people money and they hadn't forgotten about it. Sally stopped in front of a costume store and turned to me. Monjou continued down the sidewalk and ducked into a jeweler's. "Name 3 things you're grateful for," she said. "My life." "That's only one." "Well, that's all I have." "Then make something up." "People." people? Well, what else is there? She let out a pained sigh and took off down the street. I started to follow, then Menju emerged from the jewelry store and cut me off. He reached into his pocket and offered me a silver cigarette case. I'm trying to quit, I said. Quit trying, he said. This is sterling silver. It's beautiful, thank you, I answered, taking the case. Where's she going? Where the wild goose goes, he said. Are all actors like this? I asked. Not the bad ones. Why is that? They're too busy acting. She doesn't act? Only as herself. And what if a director wants her to be somebody else? They don't. Manju and I trailed Sally at a distance. We talked politely about youth and beauty, the movies, the news, short subjects. Manju confessed his regret about the whole House Un-American Activities thing in '47. If I had to do it again, I would have... Sally came up from behind him right then and lifted him into the air. Did you figure it out, she asked. We did, I said. Well, don't be yourself. Easy for you to say. Try being me, I said. I can't see how. Eat quickly and look over your shoulder a lot. There's more to you than that, she grinned. What about your third favorite thing? I held up the cigarette case. She frowned and shook her head. I'm so pleased, Manju said. And I'm honored, I answered, touching him on the shoulder. You'd be impossible to play, Sally said. Don't I know it? We parted at 72nd and 3rd. They went north, I went west. Foot traffic had picked up considerably. You'd think the billboards had come alive the way people ran screaming into the subway. I followed them and stood next to an old lady on the platform. She smelled of mothballs and old perfume. She wore knit gloves and was digging in her purse for something. She picked out change, hairpins, a photograph. Then she turned the whole purse upside down in her hand. What was she searching for? What could she possibly need? A tack? A penny? Some kind of pill? Thank you.